people want to learn more. I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of questions. And it's interesting, this time nobody's asking for lost ring or lost relationships, bringing back hearts. I'm sure they're going to come. But it's very interesting, the difference that I see in my people. It was very difficult in the beginning when we started this show. It was hard for them to understand. But slowly, we did it for about almost a year. People got the point of what is this show is exactly for, or it's all about. And you were teaching a lot of good stuff as far as cleansing goes. I know this is not what we are doing right now, but I think people need to cleanse themselves from all these evil things. If this is a lot of requests for that, if you can just one more time, since we have a lot of other groups, joining this program now, one more time, how can we cleanse ourselves?
Well,
so many things are happening around us.
No, the first thing is, look, people don't realize that when you think something, it's not a private, secret thought. Yes, God is hearing and God is seeing your thoughts, but you think it's private, but your thoughts are going out into the universe like a loudspeaker, as if you're shouting into the world. So the spiritual world is listening to your thoughts. So if your thoughts are negative, what happens? Outside you look fine, you look normal, everything looks good, your life, your family, your job, yourself, but what you're thinking is night and day going out into the world. So when it's negative, you're now attracting the negative to you. It can be ghosts, demons, aliens, reptiles. It can be a creature, a snake. It can be anything. But by your thoughts, those beings see where you are and they come to you and they wait, because you have a spiritual protection. A negative thing has to wait for the protection to open, or a hole or a little opening somewhere, and then once it sees the opening, it can slip in. So now you have one small spirit, then that small spirit can call 50 other friends and relatives from the negative dimensions, and they can all come into you, and they pile up through all the spiritual bodies, emotional body, mental body, all the bodies, and by the time they hit your physical body, you have a heart condition, chest pain, some problem with your heart, and you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you, oh, you have this heart condition. This is because originally that negative energy moved in through the spiritual bodies, right all the way through, and then hit your physical, and now is stuck in the physical. And now the doctor will find a physical problem with you. So first of all, it's your thoughts. If you think nothing can change, it's so bad, nothing will change, because you're going to keep sending this message out to the world. Nothing can change, it's so terrible, nothing can change. You have to know God is the light, God is the power, and God can change the impossible, because God can give you miracles. So how you keep your mind clear is by always thinking the positive, no matter how bad it is or how bad it looks, because still miracles are being done every day. We do the work, we go to God, it's happening. We're halfway through this. Now, in your normal life, you can do simple things. You can pray, which is talking to God. Meditation is listening to God. And then the actual spiritual work, which is to focus on a problem or a negative thing and have God's light come in and burn and melt away the problem out of your life. So the main thing is when you pray, you're talking. When you're meditating, you're putting all your thoughts in a bubble, all your daily life in a bubble, and making it float away, and you're clearing your mind, and then you are going into what is the burning sun. You're going into the center of the burning sun and you're asking God to burn the golden white light all the way down through you, burn off all the negative, all the pain, depression, whatever you feel that's bad, burn it all off until it's gone. And then halfway through you're asking God that you want to see and you want to hear God. That is different from hearing an angel or one of your loved ones who've come from heaven, or a spiritual being or a holy being. You want to see and hear God, and God will give you a sign, like an explosion of light or something like this. And you stay in that state. It can be half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. But you get used to pouring the light in, and it spreads through you into your home, into your workplace, into your environment, out into the world, into the universe. And you start to have more and more spiritual power. So when you do spiritual work, you light a candle, you sit, you ask God to take away the problem. You have more power to use to make your problem disappear faster, quicker. You see? And you can't be stopped by things like, oh, in the religion it says Judgment Day. How can I see my father, my mother, my sister, my brother who passed, who left this world and went? There is no Judgment Day. I know the Christians and Muslims believe this big Judgment Day, but that's not true. You're alive. I'm alive. When it's your time and you leave the physical body, your soul is still a living, breathing piece of God. There is no sleep, no coma. You don't lie there and close your eyes and that's it. You just move from the physical body into the spiritual world. And you see yourself, and you see your life, and you judge yourself, and you go into the spiritual world. There's not 1 second between living now and leaving the body, moving into the spiritual world. There's no delay. It's instant. There is no waiting or this Judgment Day is going to happen. There's nothing. It's actually not true. And I know this because I've seen my loved ones, my grandmother, my father, relations, and every single person that's passed to the other side, they come from God, from heaven, and they give you loads of messages and information and so many details. Therefore, from direct experience, I can tell you there is no Judgment Day. You will leave and you will be in the spiritual world in a second.
Wow.
And you're meant to do the basic things. You're meant to burn incense in your home. You're meant to focus on the light. You're meant to do salt baths. Salt baths are powerful. If you have a spirit or something on you, a salt bath will kill it instantly. A deep salt bath.